we had no power or anything like that. That is a hole in the side of the compressor. Well, that was a big fail. Not sure why, but the blaster won't pick up sand. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Coop's House. We're back in the shop this afternoon working on our Cummins swap square body build. If you guys watched that video last week, you know we had a few issues being able to get this thing ready to drive for the first time, but we were able to actually get this thing in gear and get the wheels spinning with the drive line actually in the square body. So that was an absolutely huge accomplishment for us. So with that being said, we've got a few issues we need to address up here. One of those being the AC relocate. We weren't able to get those pulleys to run straight, but we picked up a tool that's going to make that an absolute breeze. So with that being said, that's going to be the first thing we're going to tackle right now. So we're going to get to work on that and see how much we can complete after that, and hopefully we'll actually get to drive this thing for the first time. So with that being said, it's time to get to work right now. Alrighty guys, so the tool that I was talking about we got is the Gates Drive-A-Line Laser Alignment Tool. So this thing is absolutely cool and would have made this so much better if we had had that to begin with. We would have already been done with this by now. But we didn't know about it, did a little bit of research, found out about this thing. But basically what this thing does is it actually like magnetizes to the pulleys, and then it's got this little laser here that whenever you get the two pulleys in line, it'll shine right across there and you can see the groove where it's supposed to line up. So that makes things just absolutely so much easier. And if it's a little bit off or whatever, you'll see that there's kind of some angle, stuff like that, so whatever. But you figure out how things need to be adjusted and all that to be able to get all these pulleys straight, and that's what you want, and that's the issue that we were having with the belt taking off and all that. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna make sure that our alternator's actually in line, and then we're gonna go ahead and build our little pedestals for our AC compressor, and then get all that up there, make sure all these pulleys are in line, and then we'll readdress our idler pulley here so that we can have all this stuff wrapped up. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do right now, and we're gonna see how close we are. Alrighty guys, so we finally got our serpentine system welded in place. Sort of, I just tacked everything. And as you guys saw, I didn't put all the tension on this, but it appears that everything is running straight. I didn't want to put all the tension on just because we only had tack welds. I've got a buddy of ours that's actually going to TIG weld all this stuff for me so that all the welds look really good and they'll be super strong and all that. But I think we actually finally nailed this time. That Gates alignment tool was an absolute lifesaver and absolutely made things so much easier as far as lining all these pulleys up. So I think we're going to be good as far as that goes. We are a little bit behind schedule because we've had some issues here recently. We had some bad weather that really just, we had no power or anything like that. And we had some issues with our air compressor, which I'm going to show you guys here in just a minute. But that was an absolute failure. So there was a whole lot of things we just couldn't do. We weren't able to paint. We weren't able to powder coat or any of that. So we're actually running really behind in order to get this video out. So it may be a little bit of a different video and it may seem like we just didn't get a whole lot done, but we're gonna go over here to the compressor. I'm gonna show you guys what happened, and then we're gonna get ready to actually move our new compressor in because we finally have one. So let's go take a look at this so you guys can see what happened. All right, so I want to show you guys right here, that is a hole in the side of the compressor motor itself. So I was in the middle of painting some parts over in the booth, heard a loud noise, came in here, and that happened. And as you guys can see, it absolutely blew oil all over the back of the wall. So anyway, that's not any good anymore, but we ended up getting the twin compressor to that, which has a bad electric motor, but the compressor motor itself has never been ran at all, and it's actually still on the tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this thing disconnected, moved out of here. We're going to move the new one in, get it in place, and then that way we can put the electric motor off of this one because it's still just fine. We're going to put the electric motor on the other compressor and pretty much have a brand new compressor, so then we have air all throughout the shop again. We're going to be able to powder coat and sandblast or whatever else we need to do. So with that said, that's what we're going to get to work to next, and then hopefully we can make a little more progress on the truck. But here we go. Alrighty guys, so it is the next day here, and I got the air compressor actually hooked up last night, so we actually have air back in the shop finally. It's not 100%, but it is enough that it's gonna work, so that's gonna get us by, at least for now, until we can figure out something a little bit better and actually get things going back like it's supposed to. But with that being said, I picked up a sandblasting cabinet yesterday at Harbor Freight that was actually on clearance. It was their display model, and they were actually getting rid of that and getting it out of there. So picked that up yesterday because I figured it was going to be a lot easier to use to actually go ahead and sandblast the valve covers and a couple other small parts that we're going to be putting on this engine. So yeah, we're about to hook up some air to that, put some sand in it, see how it works, and hopefully get those cleaned up, get some powder coat on them so we can get them installed. And that may be about as far as we get for this video. I have a couple other things I want to show you guys and point out, but with that being said, got to get after this to get this done today so we can get this video out and get these parts on the truck. So here we go. All right guys, so this is the blaster I picked up. It's actually their desktop model. You can see our sandblasting pile which we've been using, but I think that we'll be able to use this and actually be better off. Use less sand and things like that. But got the gloves on in here, so we're gonna sift a little bit of sand, throw in there. Go ahead and hook up an air gun to this thing, or air hose to this thing. It's actually still zip tied in there. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this outside because I don't have the dust collector and I just don't want to get in everywhere. Well, that was a big fail. Not sure why, but the blaster won't pick up sand, so it won't blast. So, that being said, we're back to old trusty. This thing works every time. Every time. Anyway, we're sifting sand going in here, and then we're going to blast some parts. If anything else goes wrong, I may just cry. But anyway, here we go. guys, so we've got a little bit of a problem. We got our valve covers powder coated, we got the white ribs sprayed, we got the silver base laid for the lollipop purple that we've been using on the truck, but when it came time to set up to spray that purple, I realized that I don't have any of the purple, and that's a severe lack of planning, a lack of preparation on my part. That's my bad. I take full responsibility. I did order some, but it's not going to be here for a couple of days, which means that in this video, we're not going to be able to see those valve covers completely finished and put on the motor like I had hoped we would, which is unfortunate because that was something I really wanted to accomplish in this video, but that is what it is. It seems like we really haven't gotten a whole lot done this video because just everything that we've had to do was super time consuming. Building that AC relocate bracket, machining out the part for the idler pulley and getting all those pulleys lined up, all that good stuff on top of all of the weather that we've had the last few days with no power and then our compressor breaking down and stuff like that. But unfortunately, that is just part of doing this, and that's something you run into when you work on vehicles and you're trying to build them and things like that, especially in a time crunch. But it is what it is. We're going to be picking up on the next video and really making some serious progress. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, talk to us in the comments, let us know what you think, and we appreciate you guys. Your support means the world to us. But make sure you do that, turn on the notifications, and we'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.